it's hot. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well and managing to stay cool in this awful hot weather, and there's worse to come. Yeah. All right then, guys. Considering the current state of the climate, with the hot weather and that, I thought I'd do a video, for all those of you who like the cold weather, and are thinking of ways to try and stay cool, in this awful heat. How about watching some winter-themed horror movies or horror movies with a cold wintry setting? Now I've got 5 here, guys. I highly recommend to watch. If you hate the hot weather as much as I do, and I really hate it, yeah. I say I've got 5 movies here, which you might like. If you've got them, you might like to slip into your Blu-ray player and watching that to try and put in a sort of well, not exactly keep it completely cool, but sort of like give you like a nice cool wintry feeling amid this awful heat. Okay guys, so without further ado, I'm just going to start with the first one. Now the first one is stars Robert De Niro and Kenneth Branagh. It's based on Mary Shelley's classic novel, and I think you all know what I'm going to say, and that Blu-ray is called Frankenstein. Now, as you will know, if you've already watched this movie or read the novel, it's got some really good cold, wintry, snowy scenes in that. Especially in the Arctic and that, where the captain of the ship first encounters the monster, Frankenstein's monster. This is a 4K. I did have the DVD and Blu-ray, but I recently upgraded it to 4K. So I haven't watched it yet, actually. So it's got some great special features on there, guys. Yeah, and I do like Robert De Niro's performance as the Frankenstein creature, but I don't think nobody can top Boris Karloff, for playing the Frankenstein monster. But as I say, like if you want a good cold, wintry themed horror movie to watch, this is a good one. Frankenstein, I say starring Robert De Niro. Yeah. So this has got, I say, packed with some great special features on here, guys. Yeah. So yeah. So there you go. That's the first horror movie I'd like to recommend for all those people like me who hate hot weather. That is Robert De Niro in Frankenstein. Right, the next winter-themed movie Blu-ray I'd like to show you is stars Brian Garassi, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Josh Peck and Alice Eve, and it's a movie called 8 a.m. Now, isn't that a good wintry scene, guys? Yeah, real Christmassy scene, yeah. First watched this movie, I think it was on the Horror Channel a couple of years ago, and I said to myself, I've got to add that in my collection. Yeah, really good, wintry theme movie. I'll just read you the blurb at the back if you don't know anything about it. After leaving their company Christmas party together, David and Emily's impromptu first date takes an unexpected turn when their co-worker Corey asks them to make a late night stop at an 8 a.m. What should be a routine stop turns into a desperate struggle for survival when a mysterious hooded figure traps them inside. Yeah, and there's the bad guys there. There's the 3 main, protagonists and that. Yeah, so yeah, loads and loads of Christmassy, wintry scenes in this movie. Yeah, and it's one of the best wintry themed horror movies to watch. As I say, if you want to sort of like cool yourself down and that. Yeah, basically, not all together, obviously bodily, but give you that sort of like wintry feeling amid this awful stifling heat. So there you go. That's the second movie in the wintry themed horror collection. That is ATM. Next one up is, this is a fantastic movie. This stars one of my all-time favourite American actors, Corbin Bernsen, who you might remember from L.A. Law, and he was also in the 2 Dentist movies. Fantastic actor, and when he plays a villain, he really does play a villain. And that is a movie called The Russian Bride. Oh yeah, some great snowy, wintry scenes in this, guys. I can't read you the back actually, but basically, because it's all in German, but basically it is Corbin Bernsen there, brandishing his shotgun. He's one evil being this, yeah. It's basically about this guy, played by Corbin Bernsen. He's a rich guy, and he marries this Russian girl he sees on the internet on a dating site and that, but he's a bit of a psychopath and that, and all hell basically breaks loose. I won't tell you too much about it, but it's a really good chiller, and as I say, a good wintry themed horror movie. Yeah, so there you go. That is The Russian Bride, starring the great Corbin Bernsen. Next one up is, I think you will all agree with me on this one. It's an absolute classic movie based on the Stephen King novel, directed by Stanley Kubrick. Loads and loads of wintry, snowy scenes in this, guys. And that is, of course, the classic The Shining. Yeah, I needn't say too much about this, guys, in terms of how it really captures the atmosphere of snowbound hotel, really cold, icy feeling and that. Jack Nicholson, he plays actually a rather cold, icy character. Jack Torrance, who looks after the Oval. Well, I don't really say too much about it. As I say, we all know the story, don't you? He's assigned the job of caretaker of the Overlook Hotel and that during the winter when it's all shut down and that. And of course, it starts to take him over. He starts to become more evil and murderous and that. And excellent performance by Jack Nicholson in this movie and that, And one of my all-time favourite Stephen King novels and that. Absolute classic. And also like the remake as well that was made a few years later, starring Rebecca De Mornay. Yeah, so, so as I say, typical winter-themed horror movie, an absolute classic. That is The Shining from 1980, starring the great Jack Nicholson. And the last one, guys, in my winter-themed horror movies I like to talk about is this is another great one. Not too many people know about this one. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and that it's a really good watch. And if you like your horror movies with snowy settings, and I think you will enjoy this one from 2010, and that is a movie called The Children. I'll just read you the blurb at the back. If you're not familiar with the movie, I'll just read you the blurb at the back. Come out and play. Two families gather together on New Year's Eve to celebrate the festive season. Now, what begins as a relaxing holiday soon turns into a terrifying fight for survival as the children mysteriously fall ill and begin to turn against their parents. Amidst the mayhem of suspicion, murder and paranoia, the adults must confront their twisted offspring with horrifying consequences. And there's a couple of shots there, guys. Movie stills. Yeah, oh yeah, really great winter-themed horror movie, this, and lovely picture quality. It really sort of like, the snowy scenes are just bright and vibrant, and yeah, one of the best winter-themed horror movies I've ever watched. That is The Children. All right then, guys, well, there you go. There's 5 winter-themed, snowy-themed horror movies I could highly recommend to watch. If you want to get into a, shall we say, a cool frame of mind amid this awful oppressive heat. Oh yeah, I don't want to go on so much about it because you all know how much I hate the hot weather. But what really annoys me, some of these presenters and that, they go on about it on the radio. I mean, just listened to radio this morning. People are ringing in, and despite all the warnings about this unprecedented heat wave and that, they're still, oh, I love the sun. I'm going to sit outside in the garden, get sunburns. They don't realise the danger of global warming. They're going on about disporting themselves on the beach and that, luxuriating in the sun and that, buy myself some ice creams, get my sunglasses on. They don't bloom and realise, and they don't realise not everybody likes the heat. I certainly don't. I mean, I've made that patently obvious. If you've been watching me videos and that, and seen me posts and that, I've never liked it. I didn't like it when I was a kid. I hated it when I was a kid. And the worst thing about, I was actually contemplating doing a video, the 10 things I hate about hot weather, and that's just 10 things. Amongst them, or can't sleep overnight, you're thirsty all the time. I get headaches with the heat, and I feel sick, and all the bugs and that. It's just a horrible time. I mean, I was in Liverpool yesterday, and I couldn't get a drink. Everywhere was packed out. The buses were packed, and I just hate it, guys. I'm just longing for autumn to come back in winter. Yeah, but enough said about that. All right then, guys. So just to recap on my recommended wintry-themed, snowy-themed horror movies to watch if you hate the heat as much as I do. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, starring Robert De Niro. ATM. The Russian Bride, starring the great Corbin Bernsen. Classic horror movie, very centered on snowy scenes and that. People sort of like snowbound in a hotel. Of course, that is The Shining, and The Children. So there you go, guys. A couple of honourable mentions as well. Dead of Winter's a good one with Roddy McDowall. Of course, Misery, the snowy scenes and that, where Annie Wilkes rescues him from the accidents and that. Lovely snowy scenes and that. Oh yeah, there's many more. I mean, I might actually do another video, of more wintry-themed horror movies to watch if you hate the heat as much as I do. And but oh yeah, I'm longing for the return of autumn and winter, guys. Oh yeah, I'd love anybody who agrees with me that they hate the hot weather. Leave your comments down below. I'd be very interested to read your comments. And what are your thoughts about these presenters and forecasters who rave on about it? Do you think everybody, they make sweeping generalisations that everybody likes the hot weather? Trust me, we don't. What do you think about them? You know, do you think like do they irritate you as much as they irritate me? The way they rave on about the sun and the hot weather and that. You know, it could go up to bloody 200 degrees and he'd still be bloody raving about it until you were burnt to a crisp. You know, yeah, you know, it's not being serious. Like it's not something to rave about the sun. All right, so I know a lot of people do like the hot weather. That's fine, but a lot of people like the cold weather. Me. Yeah, but yeah, as I say, I'll be glad. I hope it doesn't last too much longer. And I'm dreading the next couple of days when it's going to be really hot and that. So I'm going to stop myself up with lolly ices and that, and maybe get a new fan, a more powerful fan. You know. So if any of you are watching here who go on about the hot weather, take notes. It's nothing to celebrate. You know. And as I say, these presenters and that, you know, rave on about it all the time. Oh, can't understand them. Yeah. All right then, guys. That's it. So that concludes my video on 5 recommended wintry-themed horror movies to watch amid this awful heat. Have you got any good winter-themed horror movies with snowy settings? Leave your suggestions down below. There might be some there I've never heard of, you know. So, oh yeah, definitely, leave your comments down below. Be very interested to, you know, read your comments and that. Yeah. All right then, guys. Well, that's it. I'll finish off now. So, okay, stay cool, guys, amid this awful hot weather, and we'll ride it out and that, you know, and hopefully, keep fingers crossed, the cooler weather will soon come back. All right then, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend and stay cool. See you all.